Stephen Prazak here with another edition of NWA Wildside. I'm here too with NWA Commissioner Al Getz. Now Al, after last week's show, surely this is going to be one for the books again.
It's always one for the books when Wildside is on your television screen, and this week we will see, we were going to see it, tag team action with Bad Attitude against the NWA Elite, but as you heard alluded to last week by Steve Martin, Bad Attitude will not be here. They are not here. I don't know what we're going to do about that, but we do have scheduled Jessie Dazz getting that television title shot that he earned a couple of weeks ago on this program by defeating Silky Boom Boom. He will face Eddie Golden for the television title this week. Plus, we're going to see Jorge Estrada in action, and actually, I hear Steve Martin in the ring right now. He's raising hell about something.
He's always raising hell about something.
Let's just toss it to the ring. Let's see what he's mad about this week. Steve Martin.
I can do your job for Jeff. I don't need you to hold this for me. Let me tell you something. I know all you people, shut up. We're hoping to see Bad Attitude tonight, but like the true yellow dogs they are, they tucked their tails and ran, which I gotta say, for two guys who have the collective IQ of a monkey with Down syndrome, that's probably the funniest and the smartest thing they've ever done. Because by God, Eddie Golden and Terry Knight, we're going to destroy them tonight. So Steve, Terry Knight and Eddie Golden need somebody to wrestle because those yellow, stinking, filthy cowards, Bad Attitude, have abandoned you fans because the truth is they don't give a damn about any of you, just like I don't give a damn about any of you. But the important thing is Eddie Golden and Terry Knight need somebody to wrestle.
Well, I got a great idea, Jeff. It just hit me. I say we can that TV title match between Dazz and Golden, and at least Jessie and Romeo had the balls to show up. So I say, Jessie and Romeo Bliss, you got your shot at the NWA Elite tonight called Terry Knight and Eddie Golden.
Well, then who's Dazz going to wrestle?
Subject we got to cover. You know, the sign right there says it all. Cornelia, Georgia is the town I built. Who's ever heard of this dump before I come along? But you know, Scottie Wrenn has not proved his worth to me yet. And you know it as well as I do, Jeff. And so tonight, he's going to face J.C. Dazz right here in this ring. And I don't care if they beat the hell out of each other, Jeff. Winner take all right here at Wildside.
One of the hottest feuds in the history of Wildside, about to have a new chapter added, an addendum, if you will. As you heard it, the main event apparently this week, JC, it was supposed to be Dazz against Eddie Golden, and it's
that's a great decision. I'm surprised you didn't come up with that.
As it regards the status of the tag team division here in Wildside, and more importantly, the tag team titles, the current champions are and still are Bad Attitude, despite what Steve Martin may think and want, but really there's a lot of controversy involving that right now. And you know who's the man who has all the answers and has all the scoops on this issue?
Gee, would it be Tim Dix on the hotline?
That's right, it would be Tim Dix on the hotline. And why don't you tell us about that?
Gee, would that number happen to be one?
Here's a great mnemonic device to remember that extension. It's actually NCW1.
That's very good.
Kids under 18, get your parents' permission before you call or ask me. 4 of the top singles competitors here in Wildside, including 2 current singles champions, are meeting in tag team action. And when you talk about the history and the lineage of the United States title here in Wildside, all 4 men in the ring have held it before. As a matter of fact, for the last year and a half, no one else has held it aside from these 4 men. Back in February of 1999, the champ was Eddie Golden. He lost it to Jesse Taylor, who lost it to Romeo Bliss, who lost it to Terry Knight, who then still has it, although he almost lost it to Jesse Taylor not too long ago. But the decision of that one was reversed because it was an impromptu match, and Bill Barnes of the NWA got the decision overturned. But all 4 men in the ring have been the only U.S. champions in the last year and a half, plus Eddie Golden is the reigning television champion.
Can I get you some oxygen?
No, I'm fine. And to further things, Jesse Taylor and Romeo Bliss for about 6 months had one of the hottest feuds in Wildside up to that point in time. I remember vividly the night that Romeo Bliss broke Taylor's arm, slammed it into a car door in the parking lot after a card. And Romeo Bliss, 6 months later, had one of the hottest feuds in Wildside up to that point in time. I remember vividly the night that Romeo Bliss broke Taylor's arm, slammed it into a car door in the parking lot after a card. 6 months later, And now to see them teaming together, it's one of those things you never thought would happen, and we'll see how they do against the members of the NWA Elite.
Fair enough. I guess when you have as much hatred as so many people have for Jeff G. Bailey's crew, for the NWA Elite, you put a lot of that stuff aside. You forget about stuff like arms being slammed in car doors, at least briefly, in order to do a number on the NWA Elite. And Jessie Taylor coming off the top rope with an elbow, working really well with Romeo Bliss. So maybe they have been successful in putting all that dirty past behind them.
Well, one of the things they got out of those back and forth battles was not only some great matches for the fans, but also mutual respect. Belly to belly! Belly to belly by Taylor! And Golden in the ring.
Early on in the match, too, I tell you, that Eddie Golden and Terry Knight, what a tag team they are. Even as singles wrestlers as well as a tag team, just an incredible feat and probably among the best hires of Jeff G. Bailey. Boy, face first, right into the middle of the match.
And actually, right now, the only members of the NWA Elite to hold gold here in Wildside. But Jessie Taylor with that belly-to-belly, I thought that was going to do it. No one in professional wrestling does the belly-to-belly like Jessie Taylor.
Boy, he's certainly turned that whole belly into an art. Quite a move on Jessie Taylor. Quite a move no matter who does it, but Jessie Taylor has perfected it.
Rake to the back by Golden, running those fingernails down the back of Taylor. Now makes the tag. And really, the experience as a tag team advantage would go to the NWA Elite. Look at this double team move. Hip toss into a leg drop by Knight.
Perfectly done on the speed at which Terry Knight came off those ropes. Certainly done a number on one Jessie Taylor.
And you know, I really hate to bring this up, but once again this week, Lee Tidwell is not here, but I noticed something else. Candy's not here either. I wonder if there's anything to this.
There is no connection between Lee Tidwell and Candy as much as Lee Tidwell would want a connection.
You can rest assured.
I remember, I know that Lee Tidwell went, I think maybe the reason he's not here, he went up to her, I think, last TV taping and asked if we can get something straight between us. And I haven't heard any of her hair since.
And now Taylor just went for the tag there, but Knight quickly took him down in a drop toe hold and was able to make the tag to Golden. And now Golden trying to rip the eye out of Jessie Taylor's head.
Well, with a rear chin lock there, too. What a wrestler Eddie Golden is. I know that he's part of the Golden lineage. Boy, that's a big wrestling family there, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, you talk about some of the most well-known and legendary wrestlers here in the Southeast.
Oh, there's an old tag team move there, although that a hip toss out of left field was not part of it as a rule. That's
a great way to get out of an abdominal stretch. Taylor scouted Golden. He is the consummate professional, the consummate wrestler. But Knight no slouch either when it comes to the mat game.
Oh, Knight brings a lot to the table. What a den of experience Terry Knight is. Boy, just a side kick to the head. Jessie Taylor hits the mat with authority.
Both Knight and Golden, two of the star pieces on the board in the human game of chess that is pro wrestling.
Human chess at its finest.
And now, figure four headlock there by Terry Knight. More commonly put on his opponent's leg, but it's just as effective here. Cutting off the carotid artery has the same effect that a sleeper hold does.
Not to mention a little assistance from Eddie Golden at a ringside, conveniently out of the view of referee Jimmy Rivers.
Yeah, well, hey, when you got a referee with 18,000 vision, it's not hard to be out of his range of view.
18,000. Wow, that's less than blind. Well, he's out of sight.
Sorry, he was out of sight, and now Bliss trying to get in the ring, but referee somehow saw that.
It's funny how he sees that, but he misses right under his very nose. I don't know. I think Jimmy Rivers is on the take. You think somebody's greasing his palms or something?
You never know. What a way to open the program here with this big tag team bout. Still to come, we're going to see Jorge Estrada in action. Plus, as you heard earlier, one more time, JC Dazz and Scottie Wrenn get it on this week on Wildside.
And this is just not a main event in an arena near you, as they say. This is happening on this very edition of NWA Wildside. Stay tuned.
Don't forget the first and third Saturday of every month in Cornelia, Georgia at the NCW Arena is your opportunity to see Wildside live. As a matter of fact, our next big television taping will be the first Saturday in September. I don't have my calendar on me, so I get all confused with 30 days past September. But next Saturday, first Saturday in September, NCW in Cornelia at the arena. There's Bailey choking Jessie Taylor.
Oh, hey, that convincing punch from Jeff Bailey. I guess he's picking up some wrestling tips from all of his hires. He's got among the best wrestlers in the business there.
Without a doubt. I mean, they do call themselves the NWA Elite for a reason, and Bailey had a brief fling with Taylor when he was under his wing, but Bailey was just using him for a little quick job that he needed done, and as soon as it was finished, he dumped Taylor like he was yesterday's garbage.
Boy, you're a Wildside historian, you are.
Well, hey, you know, I've been with the promotion formerly known as NCW back since it first started back in December of 1996.
Oh, my goodness. Look, whoa, Terry Knight doing a number on the right arm of Jessie Taylor, which might play into any future belly-to-bellies perhaps we'll be seeing in this match, maybe?
That's right, smart move. I mean, it was an illegal move, yes, but hey, taking out the right arm of Taylor is going to prohibit him and prevent him from putting on that belly-to-belly suplex, and that has spelled the end for just about everyone else he's put it on so far.
Good point, and if you do it outside the view of Jimmy Rivers, which isn't that difficult, obviously, then good for the NWA Elite. But while Romeo Bliss, boy, he's chomping at the bit to get involved, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's been on the outside for a long while now, desperately wanting in, and Taylor desperately needing the tag, and again, working on that right arm, as Terry Knight basically atomic dropped his partner onto Taylor's right arm.
Now, obviously, it's more important to be, on the face of Romeo Bliss, and Romeo, being a bit of a hothead that he is, wants to interject, and unfortunately causing that much more damage to his partner, Jessie Taylor, in the other opposite corner.
Well, again, you know, these two, they had a long and storied feud and really haven't been able to get, they started out early looking very impressive as a tag team, but now they haven't been clicking as well as we thought they would.
That's true. Actually, I think they're not doing too badly. Unfortunately, we're dealing with the tandem of Eddie Golden and Terry Knight, two guys who just know that ring way, way too well and know each other even better.
And without a doubt, I mean, there's so many great tag teams here in Wildside, and it seems that a new one comes every week. I mean, just last week here on the program, we saw a new number of great tag teams. The Cole Brothers, Total Destruction, the American Males, the threesome of the Centerfolds, Champagne and Ice in their debut, plus now we've got Golden and Knight and Taylor and Bliss. The tag team scene really heating up.
It's tag team mania here at Wildside.
And Taylor comes off, but able to sneak around and roll up Knight, but Golden comes in for the save.
Oh, some smart moves. All those guys, Knight and Golden, just such smart wrestlers, intelligent wrestlers, know what's happening in the ring, every available opportunity, using the referee to their advantage, using the ropes to their advantage, using Jeff G. Bailey to their advantage. Very clever work on the part of Golden and Knight.
Pro wrestling is not always a mano-a-mano sport, and two men like Golden and Knight know how to stack the deck in their favor.
Please put over the name hotline again. Tim Dixon's getting on my case.
We already put it over once this match. I got a rule about plugging it twice in one match.
Yeah, you're right. Isn't Tim Dix too busy spilling his seed around?
Allegedly.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's right. Tim Dix, home of your daddy here in Cornelia, Georgia.
Now Taylor trying to rally the fans behind him. One of the more popular athletes here in Wildside. Oh, beautiful sunset flip, but Knight immediately distracting the referee. As soon as he saw Taylor up in midair for that sunset flip, he grabbed the ref.
Oh, and Eddie Golden was literally down for almost 8 or 9 counts, but he did not hear the 3 count being hit by the referee, so you might as well stay there and rest. So, such a smart move on Eddie Golden. What an intelligent performer that he is.
The ring savvy of particularly Golden and Knight, but in reality, all 4 men in the ring, they are experienced veterans who have traveled all across the country perfecting their craft and have peaked here in Wildside with Terry Knight as the reigning U.S. champion and Eddie Golden as the television champion. It wasn't too long ago that Romeo Bliss pinned Knight in a non-title match at Hardcore Hell back on July 1st. And you know, he's itching for a rematch, but this time with the title on the line. If he could pin Knight during this match, he'd definitely be in line for a title shot.
Well, after getting out of the way of charging Terry Knight with that move, that would be a good opportunity to jump on that. You'll forgive the good pun there, but it looks like Terry Knight has recovered in time, and Jessie Taylor is still one hurt and carbon unit.
Well, Taylor's been able to throw in these little brief spurts of offense, but hasn't been able to put
another one.
A sequence sequence that will enable him to have his opponent down long enough that he can get back up and make the tag to Romeo.
Well, a tumbling somersault from the top rope. It's going to be a good opportunity for Jesse Taylor to merely roll over 4 feet to tag Romeo Bliss. And Terry Knight is going up very slowly up to the top rope. Terry needs to be jumping on this right away.
That move, the original move by Taylor, took more out of him than his opponents, but Knight, as you said, needed to act on it. And Taylor right now wondering, Romeo,
He's
Romeo,
inches away.
Wherefore art thou? He's straight ahead, just a little bit more.
6 inches away, Jesse Taylor, tag, bingo! Oh, the plot thickens.
And Romeo Bliss in the ring, takes down Golden, takes down Knight, steps on Bailey's hand, I love it! Romeo Bliss, the redhead on fire here in Wildside. All 4 men going at it now.
Oh dear, as Romeo Bliss doing a number and Eddie Golden in the corner. Oh, Terry Knight flipped over the top by Jesse Taylor. Looks like an opportunity to double team now on Eddie Golden. There's a switch. Oh, belly to belly!
He got it this time. No one can stop him. He got it.
Unbelievable. He was still able to get that belly-to-belly working even after all the work that Golden and Knight did on the arm. Jesse Taylor dug down deep and got that belly-to-belly on Eddie Golden for the win. Who'd have thunk it?
A testament to the intestinal fortitude of everyone here in Wildside, but on this particular night, it was Jesse Taylor pinning the television champion, Eddie Golden, after that belly-to-belly suplex, and Taylor and Bliss victorious in this tag team war.
Jeff, what we got to do is stress the point. Bad attitude's not here. If we keep stressing that point, these fans here in Cornelia, they're gullible enough to believe that they've left them high and dry for some other federation.
I know, and if we can get the fans to turn against them, that'll hurt them more than anything.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm doing. Who the hell? Come in!
Look, man, we got to let that talk. I've got some serious heat right here, bro. You're wanting me to go out here and get in the ring and pretty much kill JC Dazz? That's the whole gimmick, right?
Yes.
I'm no gimmicks. You understand what I'm saying? I've done been out there 3 months ago, got this scar across my head from a steel chair for your ass, Steve. Get out there, and I fall from a 12-foot high steel cage through 2 tables, literally killed my big ass. All for you and this company. And you want me to relight the fire and go out there and fight JC Dazz?
Let me tell you something.
No, I don't think so. It's not happening, Jeff.
Let me tell you something. You don't come in here and tell the owner of the company and the leader of the NWA Elite how to book a wrestling show. You are booked to wrestle JC Dazz tonight. And I'm not talking about just wrestling him. I'm talking about hurting him. And I'm about sick and tired. This is going to be your last chance to
Well, let me
prove
tell you
yourself.
something and you something too. Let's get this damn thing straight right now. You may be the boss and you may be the man, but I take orders from no damn body, because I'm super cool Scottie Wrenn, and this is it. This is the last piece of damn favor you get, and the last favor you get.
You just make sure.
I'll do it. I know what I'm doing. You quit telling me what to do. Let me express this to you one more time. I've said it 1,000 times, by God. I am your atomic bomb. Don't make me blow up.
Let me tell you something, Scottie Wrenn. One way see Dazz is leaving this building on a stretcher. Damn him.
I tried to tell you. Just get away from me.
Damn it.
Every mace, just about everything you can think of, but the kitchen sink was thrown at one another by these 2 men. And really, after recent events, fans were sort of hoping that they'd put their differences aside and once again team up. But at the beginning of this program, Steve Martin made the match. Dazz against Scottie Wrenn, and that's basically a preemptive strike.
Fair
because
enough.
the way things were going, it looked like they were heading in a direction where maybe they would settle their differences, but Martin making sure that's not going to happen by making them face one another once again.
And by the time he described all that, they just performed some 50 moves.
Amazing non-stop action from both these men out of Charlotte, North Carolina.
And as you pointed out, 2 guys who know each other real well.
And that makes it hard, especially having wrestled one another so many times, because they constantly have to up the ante and increase their repertoire and learn new moves, because the other knows everything in their arsenal, so they need to basically create a new arsenal.
And they know what the weaknesses are. And even on Scottie Wrenn and JC Dazz, No, the only weaknesses are dreadfully apparent, so we're dealing with quite a clash of champions of sorts, even though neither one has a title right now. It's a major clash this week, your main event on NWA Wildside.
The only weakness I can think of in the case of JC Dazz, many months ago, he had a very serious knee, but that's all healed up by now, so it's really a non-factor. But no one home on that attempt by Wrenn, and now grabbing the arm. This is almost, I mean, this is a move that you may know as the Rings of Saturn. But now here's what's Jeff G. Bailey doing out here?
Now wait a second. I thought now Bailey had no connection now with Scottie Wrenn. I thought Jeff G. Bailey and Steve Martin wanted to wash his hands of the whole situation. Now what's going on here?
That's what I thought too. But now Bailey out here, and it certainly seems to be egging Scottie Wrenn on. He just raked Dazz's eyes. He just stuck his thumb in Dazz's eye.
Well, I'm trying to figure out Jeff Bailey, but hell, he's a lawyer. You can't figure out lawyers.
No, exactly. Kill them all. That's where lawyers go.
Good career move there, Al. Kill them all. Thank you. We're calling matches with Lars Ulrich here.
Going for the pin, only got a 2 count, and Scottie has really yet to acknowledge Bailey's presence at ringside. I don't know if he's even aware of it.
I guess feeling the eye rake earlier on. I'm sure that JC Dazz is probably familiar with Jeff G. Bailey at the ringside. I guess Scottie Wrenn realized he's got more important things to deal with than having that weasel Jeff Bailey at ringside.
Bailey, the attorney agent for the National Wrestling Alliance, and gosh, that's got to be a busy job.
Well, it certainly is. Well, certainly it's enough to keep him in BO5.
But, I mean, we've seen several members of the NWA Elite here this week, but one that we haven't seen for the second week in a row is Onyx. And after what happened last week with Laz getting that decisive win over Marky Mark, it's coming. That one-on-one collision between Laz and Onyx, it's going to happen one of these days. And when it does, you'll be the first to know, because we will tell you when it's coming up. But in the ring right now, Wrenn still with the advantage, whipping Dazz across the ropes, coming in. Dazz scoots up, rolls over, takes Wrenn down 1. Only a 2 count.
Boy, that's quite a series of near falls in this match from two guys that we bring up so many times who know each other so well. They're able to second guess each other almost at every turn. And an incredible contest here today.
And again, as I mentioned earlier, but I want to take note of it again, because you see the crowd, they're abnormally quiet here in Wildside. And again, they're torn because they don't want to see this match. This is the last thing they want to see is Scottie Wrenn wrestling against JC Dazz. They want to see him team up, and it looks like that's not going to happen.
Well, fair enough. I don't know. I think the crowd's really into it. It's kind of that hushed silence, that silent heat that made Savannah Jack such a big attraction.
A very good point. Yeah, I don't want to say they're not interested. I'm just saying it's much quieter than it normally is.
It's that Japanese heat.
Exactly.
It's funny because I think, look at what Jeff G. Bailey looks like. He's turning Japanese. I really think so.
Well, and you know the next line in that song is also very apropos for Bailey. No sex.
No drugs, no wine, no... Okay, follow the bouncing ball.
Anyway, say what karaoke here on Wildside. And now, Scottie Bomb, could it be up? But no, Dazz flips out of it. Quick boot DDT. Wrenn is down.
And a jumping DDT at that too. Wrenn head first, right in the center of the ring. And Jeff Bailey looks a little concerned, even though we're not quite sure of the connection now with Scottie Wrenn and Jeff Bailey.
Again, Wrenn, I mean, obviously Wrenn knows he's out there, but he has yet to acknowledge it and, you know, like giving him a nod or a wink or a smile or coming to him for advice. Nothing, no reaction.
Well, fair enough. I mean, Wrenn is wrestling JC Dazz. He's not wrestling Jeff Bailey. Jeff Bailey is something he doesn't want anyone to think about, much less having to deal with at a ringside.
Or does he? Well, that's the question.
That it is.
This could be, this could all be a part of their subtle facade, as it were.
That's very
but
poetic.
now Dazz
very
rolling
poetic.
over for the cover. 2 3/4.
Scottie Wrenn still managing to roll his shoulder at the last possible second.
We've seen some of the top competitors on Wildside this week, just like we do every single week. Don't forget to tune in each and every week. Don't forget to rate or call the station you watch this program on and tell them how much you enjoy watching Wildside each and every week.
And while you're on the phone, you might want to call Tim Dixon. Oh, forget it. We did that one.
Yeah, we already plugged this one.
Okay. All right, Tim, you're over.
Now Bailey just put Scottie's foot under the ropes, but again, I don't know if Scottie knew it or not. Dazz coming off, jumps over, grabs from behind, hits him with the elbow. Now, here we go, Scottie. Oh, great move, picking him up and then swinging him back and taking him down behind the back.
Oh, well, the damage inflicted by Scottie Wrenn onto J.C. Dazz is truly awe-inspiring, but I think Scottie Wrenn's not aware of where he is right now because J.C. Dazz's legs are hanging over the bottom rope. And happily, Jimmy Rivers noticed that. That's a first for Jimmy Rivers. Noticing something?
Could quite possibly be, but these two men have had some of the most incredible wars you will ever see, not just in Wildside, but anywhere. Not just even in pro wrestling, but battles that cannot be paralleled in any other sporting event known to man.
Mercy, and we're seeing it here on NWA Wildside.
You know, that's the great thing about this program here on television. I mean, we bring you the top matches. Great clothesline by Wrenn.
What kind of Greek clothesline was that?
360.
Okay, good. Normally Tidwell comes back with 340. He's getting into fractions now, too. God help us. Wow.
Well, good thing he's not here. Another clothesline.
Boy.
Another 360-degree spin by Dazz. But Wrenn needs to follow up. And now there was just a little something going on between Wrenn and Bailey, but I couldn't tell exactly what it was.
No, I don't know if it was kind words either. Oh, dear. And Jimmy Rivers takes a header. Well, we have a substitute referee, Andy, running in and just...
Oh, wait a second. What the? Bailey just threw powder at Andrew Thomas.
Boy, I knew Andy was a real white guy, but man.
And considering that, he is pretty fly, but he can't see now. Scottie Wrenn going to pick him up. Oh! Stunner! Thomas couldn't see a thing. He didn't know who was grabbing him. And Dazz has got the rings of Saturn again. He's got him again.
What's Andy Thomas doing a stunner on an opponent? And now Bailey's kicking the ref.
Wrenn was tapping out. Thomas was about to see it, but Bailey pulled him out. Dazz comes out after him. Dazz chasing Bailey. Get him. Come on, Dazz, get him. Bailey in the ring. That's the wrong place you want to be.
Bailey's not a real fast runner. He's a lawyer. He should be.
Oh, he saw Wrenn coming from behind. Great peripheral vision by J.C. Dazz. Oh, super kick.
A super kick from a lawyer? Can that be?
Sweet abdomen music by Jessie Bailey. Super cool leg drop. Jimmy Rivers back one. We got two. Oh!
Another near fall. I thought Dazz was cooked on that one. I guess a super kick from a lawyer just doesn't cut it.
Another super cool leg drop.
Surely this got to do it. But the second time is the charm, apparently, for Scottie Wrenn. And Jeff Bailey signaling for the troops to come in.
And now Bailey putting the boots to Dazz. Here comes Knight and Golden. And I knew it. I knew it all. We were speculating, and it certainly appears that Bailey and Wrenn, they were pulling a fast one on everybody. Here it is, stuffed pile driver. Oh, no.
Oh, no, good heavens.
Stop it.
Oh, stop this now. I mean, Dazz taken enough punishment. He lost the match already, too. Bailey got what he wanted. Wrenn got what he wanted. Stop it for crying out loud.
There it is. And now this is the proof. This is proof right here. Wrenn and the NWA Elite. Wait a second.
No, it's not. I believe that Bailey and the NWA Elite would rather have Dazz back in the ring, but Wrenn just tossed him aside. What?
Wrenn walking back to the dressing room by himself. Referee Jimmy Rivers checking on J.C. Dazz.
Oh, man.
Signaling we need some medical attention here.
Dazz is not in good shape
that
at all.
Stuffed pile driver, Golden had him up, and Golden, a master of the pile driver. And let's face it, the pile driver is a wrestling move that has been banned in several states. As a matter of fact, in recent months, the World Wrestling Federation has actually banned the use of the pile driver as well after numerous injuries, including Steve Austin, Masahiro Chono. J.C. Dazz is...
that's a serious injury. And that's not good at all.
That's not the way we wanted to end this week's program.
No, I mean there are always injuries in pro wrestling, obviously. Now, I mean the medics are coming out now. The stretchers. No, this isn't good at all.
This isn't how we wanted to end it. J.C. Dazz and Scottie Wrenn one last time, and unfortunately, the match has to end with something like this, and really, I don't know what to say.
I don't see Dazz moving at all. I don't think Dazz is moving.